we all abuse or are addicted to certain things. You got people addicted to making money, and it obsesses them. That's a drug.
Right.
Fame is a drug.
Fame is a drug. Porn is a drug.
Absolutely.
It's a drug.
Porn is a drug. A very
Sugar
dangerous one.
is a drug.
Sugar. My mom's is addicted to sugar. I'm addicted.
Sugar's
to
a drug.
I'm addicted to porn. I stopped, but there's times I go crazy with it. So
What's going crazy with it?
watch it. Like me, if I watch more than 20 minutes, it feels like I watched for the whole day.
He's a content nigga.
I watched the whole day.
Of porn?
It's
A
tough.
whole day of porn.
Word?
Yeah,
I never did that.
Porn is really bad. You know what I'm saying?
I can get.
I never
ranks
did
up
a
there
whole
with
day of
everything
porn.
else.
Nigga, I put laptops on bitches' backs.
Oh yeah. Well.
Pornhub. I
Let's go.
Don't move.
Don't move. Don't move.
Because otherwise
that's
it
a
just
drug.
wasn't happening. Like,
Yeah. I bet. Yeah.
An unfortunate thing. Porn definitely is or that's just like the marijuana. It's the tool of the devil.
Yeah.
You know?
Speed. There's some people that drive fast. Like so, and they abuse. Like
Damn, he's describing all my shit right now.
I'm into all that shit. That's why I know.
Yeah, pedal to the metal. We doing a 130 or not?
So I
do
think life is about that healthy moderation.
But I could say for me, it was there were things that I did early on in my life that got me addicted to adrenaline. And that was the scary part. Robbing people, just the whole planning and pulling shit off and doing that shit on a consistent basis. After a while, it was like life was dull if I wasn't doing something like that. Like, I didn't feel nothing. The only time I felt something was in those moments. So I would constantly be chasing that feeling because when you do shit like that, the next day, it's like your eyes is different.
Mm-hmm.
You can see through everybody. Somebody will be talking to you and you'll just see through their whole shit.
Why? Because of the dirt you did the night before?
It's like the adrenaline made you different.
Gave you clarity.
It gave you clarity, bro, because you're mastering fear gives you adrenaline. Mastering fear. Why do you think people jump out of planes?
Hold on. I'm putting that on my post. Mastering
fear gives you adrenaline. So when you put yourself in scary situations,
I need that.
And you handle that shit, it's addictive. It's addictive, bro.
It's a fine line because you don't want to lose yourself. And what I'm gonna say is, I had a job when I was like 17, 18, working at the Port Authority. We was doing the most criminal shit in there. We took everybody's shit, robbed them in their face. Them Harlem niggas knew how to rob. They would flash you with it, whatever. So to go with the parallel what you saying, you started looking at shit like...
You sizing everything up.
And then what started happening, my family members is like, yo...
I don't feel comfortable around you.
This guy losing himself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I'm me.
That's how it would be for me. I'd be at my cousin's birthday party, and I see a nigga shining.
You're like, I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna rob him.
And everybody knew what time I was on.
And they'd be like, yo, Math, chill. Like,
and
this
I'm like,
is my people.
No, relax. I'm gonna make this happen. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And that adrenaline.
I know dudes is like that.
Addictive, man. Mm-hmm. So when I wasn't doing that no more, I had to find other things to make me feel alive because I felt dead.
And what did you find?
Sex.
Sex is definitely a big adrenaline.
Drugs.
Yeah. Weed, other drugs. What
other drugs?
Like
cocaine.
What? Okay.
Cocaine was
I
something.
never fucked with cocaine. The furthest left I went was ecstasy. I loved fucking with bitches on ecstasy.
because you're wild the fuck
Your
out.
ghost is like
There
the
was-
same shit.
All,
It's the same as coke,
all
that
the
it makes
inhibitions,
sense.
all the
Out
inhibitions
the
was
window.
removed.
Yo, no, ecstasy is, pardon my French, is the most beautifulest drug ever. Ecstasy, MDMA, oh my God, when you with a woman, you look in her face, you really believe you love her. You
facts.
in love.
In those moments.
For in that moment, for that 24 joints that you with her, you are in love for real. And it's some of the most
Listen.
euphoric sex you ever gonna have in your
Listen,
life.
I dated a woman that was half German, half Nigerian.
Where'd you meet her at?
An open mic.
She did drugs too?
Yes.
Oh,
She
my
introduced
God.
me to cocaine.
Word?
And every weekend, we would get together, we would have a party, and we would probably have sex for like 6 hours.
Off cocaine. But the white boys that I went to Colombia with told me cocaine make
It
don't
mess with your joint, but there's ways to get around that.
Okay.
So once I figured out those ways,
Okay, all right.
it was on. And this was a every weekend thing. Every week.
How you get around it for people who don't know?
Blue pill, of course.
Okay.
Pop the
You wasn't
blue pill.
ever nervous?
And you'll see it in movies, like certain movies.
But you wasn't.
You'll
yeah,
see like
no.
a dude, he'll do a line and then
pop a pill,
Pop
but
the blue
you
pill.
But
go
you
ahead.
wasn't scared about mixing it wrong? Because one time I mixed it wrong, and the bitch was like, "You good, nigga?" I'm like, "Bitch, order some food now." Sometimes if you combine shits a certain way, like it felt like my chest was ready to go, and I never felt
your
that
chest
before.
was beating out. But no.
Yeah, and it was
I
just
was
'cause-
scared.
For me, my nigga, it was just adventure time. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, what are we gonna do tonight? Okay, I
was
you know
all-
what? Here, hang half of your body outside the window, and I'ma smash, and she be out the window with her joints flapping.
I was always scared of cocaine. Cocaine was one of them drugs that snorting it. Like, I'm not a dude that fuck with no needles. I'm not on that type of time. So you ain't gotta worry about me. A half a pill of X or even a piece of it. Not even a half a pill, a piece of it. And some Patron and weed, I'm on
that
top
Tron-
of the world.
That
right
Tron
there.
and Bud
Yeah.
combo.
You know what I'm saying? The Patron and Bud combo is that's my specialty now. Like champagne and Bud. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some tequila and Bud. But when I was younger, yeah, a piece of that X pill and that Bud and that Patron, I'm up on a Tuesday.
I've always said women
It's
that
going
drink the
down.
clear, especially that tequila, they pussy always seem to be the wettest and the bestest. When they on that dark liquor, unless it's the high
Yeah,
end
dry
dark,
them up a little bit.
They dry them up, and thank you.
I never fucked with bitches that drink dark liquor. Dark liquor bitches ain't my style.
Yeah, that dark, it dry their pussy up, yo.
Nah,
Yeah,
I don't
know.
fuck
I
with
like that
Hennessy
shit.
drinking
I don't know.
bitches.
Listen.
I don't. If you drink dark, you already was on the outs with me.
Hennessy ain't never been a problem for me. Hennessy ain't never been
You
a
like
problem
that-
for me.
that dirty Henny
However,
pussy?
Absolute. Ciroc, bro.
Yeah.
You want to see me do the wildest shit you ever seen in life? Give me that shit. Give me that shit. Shout out to my man Gab Murder. Gab Murder will
Wait,
tell you.
shout
Gab
shout
Murder
Salute
will
to
tell
Gab.
you.
That's a good nigga.
shout
Yeah,
to my
Murder will
man.
tell you.
Shout to my man DJ Clue, who in front of this man says, "I fuck with Esso, but I don't fuck with him on champagne."
Yo, listen to
He
this.
said, "I don't like that nigga on
yo,
champagne
yo.
because I'm litty on
Yo,
champagne."
no. Listen to this story. I'm gonna take pieces out to protect people. We was in town from Deontay Wilder's private party. So only 30 people in there. His family's in there, whatever. This dude brings one of his side joints, right?
Yeah,
She with the shits.
she from Harlem. She from Harlem.
So now,
Bad dark skinned bitch from Harlem. Bad.
Math and Biggie, you know, when you in that type of environment and the bread is coming in, everything's endless. It's endless food, endless liquor.
Right.
So now Shorty ain't used to it. He's like, "You good, Shorty? You want some? Give her more champagne." So Clue's over there, right, looking. He see this nigga getting turned up. He's like, "Yo, this is what I do, bitch." She's like, huh?
No,
He's like,
I said, "Can I call?"
He's like, "Yo, pardon me. I'm sorry. Can I call you a bitch though? But listen, bitch, give her more champagne. So yo, Clue is like this.
He stands up, like, cause he not with the person he's with now, so he got a table full of girls at this time. So he's looking at me like, yo, is everything all right? I said, yeah, everything is good. Just send me some more fucking bottles of champagne. Everything is lit.
He's like, you good though, bitch?
Yeah. I said, I can call you bitch, right? She's like, yeah, so good.
But she said, yeah. He's like, okay, so then, bitch, give her more champagne.
Get this bitch some more champagne, yo.
No.
Clue, send me more fucking
But
champagne.
here's the downside to that.
Yeah, that shit.
How many times have you woken up the next day and be like, what the fuck did I do?
Yo, bro.
Twice in my life.
No, Matt, I just went out with my wife 2 days ago because I haven't drank, okay? Because I've been on some, I'm not drinking. I want to drop this stomach. Niggas about to be on TV. I don't know that. But I got to get my sexy right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm on my juice diet, which I told y'all we juicing. We go out. I go a spot in Harlem. We go have some martinis. I just want to go walk around uptown. Let's go eat. Let's go do this. We come back. We do our grown folks thing the next day. She hollered at me about, you remember so-and-so when I talked to you and this happened? You was talking crazy last night. And I was like, I don't remember shit.
None of that.
And she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, that's why I only drink champagne now. I can remember everything that goes on. When you bring the hard liquor in, the tequila, the gin, the vodka, anything's liable to happen. No, if I drink one or two, nah. I'm not a 1 or 2 drink nigga, he know that. I drink 2, 3 bottles of champagne. If I'm drinking martinis, I'm drinking 6, 7, 8 martinis. Easy. Light, and I'm going home talking crazy, and I'm calling my wife like, yo, what's up? I'm coming with the thunder, what's up? all this wild shit. She on the phone like, yo, bitch, you in trouble. I'm on my way. Warm my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down.
My nigga,
You know, man, and I be fucking going in like she's a stripper or a slut, I don't know.
Right.
And the next morning she be like, yo, you was crazy last night. Yo, you need an award, a medal. Word?
You're
I
like,
don't
word?
remember shit.
I don't remember nothing.
Not one thing. Yo, you remember me talking to you about my mom that she need to move and we need to give her money and all this?
None of that.
I'm glad you reminded me, bitch, because if I would have looked at my credit card and saw all this was going down, I would have been upset because I don't remember a damn thing that was going on.
But it's dangerous. And I do believe that every substance is here with its purpose, a medicinal purpose. But when we abuse it, you find yourself in dark places. Like those weekends, as much fun as I had, it was misleading for me in life. I was ducking a lot of things that I should have been dealing with, and I was using that shit to cover it up. I was using that shit to try to find some sort of joy. And anybody will tell you, anybody that abuses anything, you start chasing that feeling. And you can't find that until like you really get your shit together. There's days that I have great days with the show, whatever. I feel like same high. I feel like same, I'm good without it. And there's clarity. I remember it in the morning. But during those times, anything could have transpired.
But they
That's
were
dangerous.
But they were great times, wasn't they?
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but I know better
They
than
were
that,
some
though.
tremendous. I might not do it again, but Jesus, when you think about some of those times, though,
Like what times are you talking about?
the euphoric times, the
Right.
time when you say that, yeah, you was up. There was times when I'm using E and smoking weed and doing my drinking and partying, whatever we doing. Those acts that happen, not even, and the sex was the culmination, but something about that time, the feeling.
You have no inhibitions.
Yo, it was it was unfucking believable. I tell everybody, say I'm straight up with my little cousins. He'll tell you, my cousin, shout out to Bam. Bam is my son, my cousin, my best friend, my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Everything all rolled up in one. Shout out to Bam. I tell Bam, yo, listen, he smokes weed now. I told him before then, don't smoke weed. Because when you start, you ain't gonna stop. It's like what we talked about with Bigger. Like, once you start smoking weed, you're not taking a 90-day break, bro. Unless you're going to jail, unless you gotta get a job and all fails you and you working some bullshit that you don't wanna work, right? But I tell them don't use E and fuck with no broads. Because it's a different thing. And I'm not saying it to you to do it. You know how people say it because he's close to me. Right. I'm saying it to you to be real. Like, don't fuck with it because it took a lot for me to stop fucking with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like Ghost said, it's a real drug. I didn't look at it like a real drug. I didn't. I looked at it like, oh, this is cosmetic. This got a little coke in it, a little dope in it, whatever, but it's in a pill. How bad could it be? I'm not snorting. I'm not shooting it up. It's in a pill.
Smooth.
What are we talking about? When I wake up the next day, I shit a couple times and I'm back to normal. Yeah, niggas on Percocet. That's what I'm saying.
But here be the thing though. Some of these, just like back in the days, all the old school shooters, they had to get high. They would get high, they go handle their business or whatever. A lot of these motherfuckers was on drugs when that shit happened.
When they caught a body.
Now, for the niggas that got caught when they sobered up and they realized what happened,
they were remorseful.
That's going to become because, you know, when you're in a sober mind, you will be closer to God, basically. You will be closer to how he wants you. Then the scripture speaks about your enemy. And it speaks about the reason why God wants you to remain sober is because you have an enemy. And your enemy don't get high. And your enemy, 24 hours of your life, is looking to kill you and destroy you. So the moment that we're
smoking weed, they get the upper hand on us.
Got the upper hand on us.
Right. And yo, that's real shit.
I
remember I got wasted on Henny. And I was in Toronto. And I was just a different person. And I remember walking to the club and dude was trying to check. I had a fake ID. You know how Canada is. And he looked at me. I was like, don't fuck with me. And then they just let me in the club, man. Gave me full VIP. They thought I was a detective and shit. I'm just wilding, getting everything for free, wilding, tossing liquor at bitches and having them strip around, lift their skirt up. And I'm like, you just doing this shit off a Henny. I'm just like, this ain't who I am, though. Well, part of me is, but you know.
Right.
But still, it's like, I'm always nervous about going somewhere else and losing my train of thought and not remembering shit. I remember even getting blitzed in Buffalo and I lost 3 hours of my life. And my boys had to tell me, yo, you elbowed this chick and you took another girl's cowboy hat and you swung it around and slapped her in the face. I said, I ain't do all that shit. And that's just scary because if you can't remember doing that, how fucked up can you be when somebody does something to you?
Right.
And you really can't be up. And I took an edible at a battle rap event, and even Clips had to look at me like, you're fucked up, bro. I couldn't even lift my arm up. So anybody could take you out. And what Bigger is saying is your enemy's on call 24 hours.
24 hours of the day.
25/8, how about that?
So I think for all you people out there that's chasing that high, you can get it through achievements. You can get it through things in your life. goals, setting goals and hitting those goals and kind of relishing in that moment. Doesn't always have to be drugs. Doesn't always have to be drugs. The dangerous thing about drugs is that while you're in that mind state, you're not yourself. You're not yourself. And don't think that you are. That's not you. Find you. Stay there.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.